you love to play. Oh, you love to play. Don't your comments won't relay. Sign this on my page for you. Oh my God, he changed. Young life, I can't see back karma. I just need some brains so I could keep myself in order.
He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time. So, this story time is with best friend. Maybe I need to give her a name. What am I going to call her? Um, hmm. I'm trying to give her a name, y'all. I'm trying to give her a name. Wildin' out. Because, baby, wildin' out, wildin' out. Or do I want to call her lit? No, wildin' out. Wildin' out. Yeah. Because we was wildin' out. Both of us. Yeah, so wildin' out was, as I stated, wildin' out is the best friend who was kind of sheltered. And once she got in her junior year, wild out, let loose, let go, turned up. It was just a all out ball, literally. So Wildin' Out had made her decision that she was going, she had made her decision of what she was going to do after school, right? So she started making connections, meeting new people, getting prepared, because that's literally what we would do. Like, we didn't mind working. Like, y'all be afraid to work at McDonald's, baby. We would work at McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. We didn't care because we wanted the money. We like having our own money. So it wasn't about how you look to other people or being ridiculed. It was more about run me my money. Because most of the time we needed to put gas in our car. And we wanted money in our pockets. We didn't want to depend on our parents. We were ready to go. I moved out of my mom's house. The very first time I moved out, baby, I was 17. But life was life, and I had to come back a couple of times, and she didn't mind me coming back because she knew, like, I was going to pay bills. Anyway, hence, she left me alone for the Olympics. Maybe I need to tell that story. Anyway, so me and Wildin' Out, like, we are, as usual, and this is during, if I'm not mistaken, no, my mama wasn't at the Olympics during this specific time. No. So this specific time, we told our parents that we were staying at her stepmother's house, which was true. But her stepmother was extremely cool. She was extremely lenient. So it was like, you gonna park your car here and we about to go over there. So Wildin' Out had a little yeah that was in the military. So we would go to his house and like hang out. He was real cool. After you got to know him, his first impression, he was an asshole. He was from California. I can say that because y'all don't know him for real at all. He was from California. Him and his homeboy. And his homeboy was really mild-mannered, cute. He wasn't on no take one for the team type situation. I wasn't either. We were chill. So when she first introduced me to California, which is going to be his name, when she first introduced me to California, me and California, but excuse me, we bumped heads. Because it's like, who you talking to? Because, like, as females, like, when we really like a dude, like, we take a lot of BS off dudes that we like. I don't know why we do it, but we do. Like, the red flags be like, and we be like, I don't know. I don't know why we do it, but we do it. But so you take a lot of BS. So she was taking a lot of BS. And I couldn't understand. I was like, girl, what is it about him? Like, what is it about him? And so she was like, no, he's teaching me a lot. He's helping me get prepared for after school. Like, you just got to get to know him. Which I'm not even going to front, which was true. Because after he realized, like, you couldn't punk me, you couldn't talk to me all kind of way, he was like, oh, you cool. You my sister. You my little sis. And we were cool. So his homeboy that was there ended up being deployed, right? And so she would be like, come with me to California house. She was like, but you're going to be by yourself. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I'm going to be watching TV and stuff. Long as you feed me and the TV is there, I'm good. Because literally I was like the scapegoat. But during this time, like I said, we told my mama, hey, I'm going to spend the night with her at her stepmom's house. Her stepmom would let us do whatever we wanted to do. She did not care. So my car would be parked at the stepmom's house. It looked like I was there. We wasn't there. So this particular weekend, after we had done hang out a couple of weekends, and like we're in a whole completely different city. At a grown man's house. These dudes were completely out of high school. Had been out of high school for a couple of years. And we were chilling at their house, spending the weekend at their house. She was playing house. I was chilling. Me and his homeboy was chilling. Okay, so his homeboy got deployed. So she was like, you gonna be there by yourself. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you feed me, y'all doing whatever. Because, again, I was the cover. You couldn't just, I mean, she could, but you couldn't spend the night. Like, it would be suspect. Because it's like, hey, if she not over there, if her dad would call and call her stepmom and be like, she over there, she not there. He was calling my line. He was calling my private line. She not over there. So it was like you had to maneuver. And again, remember we had pagers. So her stepmom, again, was really cool. So she would hit our pager. Like she would hit her pager and be like, hey, he calling, he looking for y'all. Well, looking for her. He calling, he looking for her. So you need to call back. So she would call back and block out the number. And block out the number and be like, hey, what's up? He was like, he'd be like, where you at? Like, you said you was spending the night there. And she was like, oh, me and Angel just running around town like we just having a good time. Let me talk to Angel. Hello? Oh, okay. Like, you didn't ask. Like, for whatever reason, truth be told, like, the parents trust me. They trust me. Because they knew my mama was crazy. And they knew, like, if I was going to do stuff, my mama was going to never find out about it. She was never finding out about it. Not for me, anyway. Like, I just didn't play with my life like that. My brother, on the other hand, I guess because he was the boy, he could get away with murder. Not literally, but, metaphorically. Anyway, so we're chilling, like, we literally chilling this weekend. We're having a good time. So when we pull up to California's house, there's a lot of cars there. And so I kind of shot her a look because I'm like, we not doing this again. She was like, no. He told me, she was, homeboy is gone. He's deployed. So I'm telling you, like, you're going to be here by yourself. Like, I was just letting you know, like, you're going to be here by yourself, but I couldn't come by myself. And I was like, right? And I was like, well, maybe he having a party or something. Or maybe it's a get-together because of the type of work that he did. It would make sense that they was having a party. It made sense. And so when we walked in, of course, like the house it's completely all men. All men. There are no other women nowhere. It's completely all men. And so when we walk in, California is like, what's up? He kind of reminds you. He kind of reminds you of Smokey on Friday. And I can't even say what because oh my God. That's crazy. He gonna remind you of Smokey Apple Friday. So he was like, "What's up?" When we walked in, and so he was like, "This my little sister. This my little sister, Angel. This my baby. This my baby. This my she's off limits." Like he was dragging it. He was going overboard. But I can understand you letting them know like she off limits. But he was like, "This my little sister. This my little sister." So he was like, "Oh, sis, let me let you meet my new roommate." So I shot her a look. She was like, "I promise you, you said nobody was going to be here." He was like, "I did say that, but things changed." So he was like, "This is my roommate." What I'm gonna call him? Aggressive. It'll make sense later. Aggressive. And I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you." Aggressive is like 6'2", 6'3", muscular build. He was fine. He was extremely fine. He was extremely handsome. And I was like, "Nice to meet you." And he was like, "Nice to meet you." And I was like, your roommate?" And he was like, "Yeah." So all this time I'm thinking like I'm going to be in the extra bedroom watching TV, minding my business until it's time for us to go eat throughout the whole weekend. I'm just going to come out of the vampire cave when it's time to go get food because y'all going to be over there on the other side of the house in the love nest because I'm just here to cover. So I was like, well, guess I'll be on the couch for the weekend. So he's also introducing like everybody in the house. So this dude, it was like this dude is such and such, this dude is such and such, this dude, because when I tell you it was a lot of dudes there, it was a lot of dudes there, and it was like, girl, like, did we walk into a setup? But he introduced everybody. And the last person he introduced, he was like, this dude, we gonna call him Pharrell because he reminds me of Pharrell. His face was a little fatter. He was a little more cuter than Pharrell, but he reminds me of Pharrell. Like his build, he was tall. He had the cute face. And so he was like, he grabbed my hand and he was like, "Nice to meet you." And I was like, "Hi." Like I kind of pulled my hand back because to me it was like, that's kind of weird. Like, why you rub? Like I can understand you doing this, but the rubbing on my hand was kind of weird to me. So I kind of pulled my hand back and was like, "Hi." And he was like, my bad. He was like, I'm just blown away by your beauty. And so he kind of laughed and I was like, "Yeah, don't." So California was like, "Oh, this one is she's sharp. She's sharp. You can't play her with the BS. You can't do that." He was like, "Oh, my bad." He was like, "Do you mind if I talk to you for a little bit? You mind if we sit down and have a conversation?" That stuff like that, I'm intrigued. So I was like, "Yeah, I don't mind." And so he was like, "Yeah, we got food, we got drinks. Just relax, y'all have a good time." And I was like, "Where am I gonna put my stuff?" I said, "So I guess I'm on the couch." And so California was like, "Why are you sleeping on the couch?" And I was like, "You got a new roommate." And I was like, I thought I was coming here to be by myself and in the vampire cave, chilling, minding my business while y'all over there in the love nest. And so he started laughing. He was like, "Yeah, I know, my bad, but stuff changed and like it kind of happened kind of quick. So nah, like you can still sleep in the room." He leaving for the weekend? Nah, like sis, like he was like, "Oh, come on, sis, don't be like that, And I was like, "Can I talk to y'all for a minute?" And when I say y'all, I meant him and her. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. So went into his master bedroom. It was gonna be theirs for the weekend. Went into his master bedroom, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the what are we doing right now?" And he was like, no, hear me out. I told him, like, like, you were really short, but you were really pretty. Like, like, I'm trying to put you on. I said, did I ask to be put on? Me and her had already had this conversation. I don't want to take one for the scene. Literally, your homeboy who was here before he got deployed. We were on that. I said, remember, we were on that level where we would be out here chilling. We'd be out here watching TV. And I was like, the only time that you saw any kind of craziness that you thought was beyond just us chilling was he was laying, his head was in my lap and he was asleep. And that made you, that made you feel some type of way, because we both were completely clothed. I'm watching TV. We're on the sofa. When you walked out, he's still completely clothed. He's just laying on my lap sleep. Nothing more. And at this time, when he was laying on my lap sleep, we had been hanging out for a few months before you were even able to even be that close and chilling. But he was really, really cool. Very respectful. Very chill. We could have a great conversation. He was sweet as all get out. Like, he was really, really cool. So it was never anything where I felt like a boundary was going to be crossed. So he was like, I know, but sis, come on, man, come on, like you too pretty to be single, you too pretty to be by yourself. Who came up with that dumb statement? Like, I said, so I'm mature enough to be with your homeboy who's 2-3 times older than me, because I'm still in high school. So at this point, I'm like 16, 17. I'm like, yeah, like 16. And I'm pretty sure you're like 25, 26, 27. So you're trying to hit, I'm mature enough to be with your boy, but not mature enough to know that I don't want it. You right. My bad. I shouldn't have did that. I should have asked. I should have said something. Excuse me. I shouldn't have just threw this on y'all. So she was like, hold up. This was already planned. He was like, well, yeah, like I was kind of bragging about you and talking about you in there. So the homies was like, so she got a friend? And I was like, oh yeah, she do got a friend. So yeah, y'all come through. I said, so this is like a meat market? Meaning I'm the meat? And these people are choosing? He was like, I mean, free for all. He was like, okay, that sound weird. You think? I'm just saying. He was like, my bad. So let me let them go home. So he went out, and we're still in the room. So when he went out, like, you can hear him say, hey, y'all gotta go home. Y'all gotta get up out of here. I gotta spend time with my lady. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get up out of here. So you can hear the dudes like, oh man, dog, man, that's messed up. Y'all gotta get up out of here. Y'all gotta go. So everybody leaves, and except aggressive, because you stay there. So before we walk out, she was like, sis, like, for real, he didn't tell me about this. And I was like, it's all good. It's good. I was like, I'm not tripping. You said you didn't know. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm just going to sleep on the couch. I was like, they already got food here, so we don't have to go nowhere to get food. I'm going to go ahead and get food, take my shower, chill out on the sofa. And so it's like, do I actually want to sleep? Put on my night clothes, or do I just want to stay in my clothes and chill out? Because it's somebody in here now that I don't even know who that is. So we walk out, all the dudes are gone, and him and aggressive are standing in the middle of the living room. And so when we walk out, they stop talking. So she was like, so we can have some food, or were you taking us somewhere, someplace else? And he was like, hell nah, y'all better eat the shit that's in here. And so I gave her a look, and so she was like, it's all good, I promise. She was like, he probably been drinking, so don't worry about it, just don't pay it no mind. So I'm sitting, I fixed me a plate. Ate the little bit of food that I wanted to eat, and I sat on the sofa. So she got her plate, and of course he was like, "Come on, baby, let's go to the room." I knew, like, again, I knew that's what we came here for, but I thought I was gonna be by myself. So it's like now I have to be sociable, and I want to be sociable, and I just want to watch TV. That's all I want to do. So in my mind, I'm hoping, like, aggressive, you're going to go to your room and you're going to mind your business. You're not gonna, you're not gonna bother me. So you get your plate. You went into the kitchen. You get your plate of food, and you come and you sit down, and you was like, "Can I watch TV with you?" I don't care. And so he was like, "Yeah, because I mean, I do live here, so this is my TV." So I'm steady eating. So of course I'm like flipping through the channels, and so he was like, "You don't know what you want to watch? What do you like to watch?" And I was like, it depends. I was like, I was like, if it's a movie, I'm more of a suspense type. I don't mind action. He was like, "I love horror movies," and I was like, I'm not really into horror anymore. I was like, I'm not really into horror anymore. I said I once was at one point. I was like, but not anymore. And so he was like, "You got a boyfriend? Like, you got a man?" And I was like, no, I'm just focusing on me. Like, I'm just minding my business, chilling. And so he was like, "You too pretty not to have a man." And I was like, why do y'all say that? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Like, females don't have an inkling that I'm okay being by myself. And if I want to date, okay, cool, I'll go on a date. If I want to be, like, I mean, if I want to get a little taste and let you play, if I want to get a little pickle tickle, then I don't have a problem going to hook up with whoever. At this point, what makes you think that I don't have the mental capacity to realize that I don't want to be bothered? And then when we treat you bad or treat you like we're uninterested, then we're crazy. And then we use you after we done told you no 50,000 times. Hence, like, dudes who be talking to themselves in your inbox repeatedly, or your text messages, you not saying nothing. Y'all be making up stuff. Like, it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, so I was like, that doesn't make sense to me that I'm too pretty to not have a man. And he was like, well, no, I'm saying, like, you too pretty, so I know dudes coming at you. And I was like, oh, dudes do come at me. I was like, but that doesn't mean that I have a man. That doesn't mean I have a man. I was like, you're attractive. And I was like, so where's your lady at? He was like, oh, nah, I don't have a lady. He was like, I have an ex-wife. And I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, I have an ex-wife and I have a daughter. I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I started back watching TV because clearly I don't want to be no I don't want to be no stepmama. I don't want to be no stepmama. I'm good on that. I don't want kids at all. I'm good on that. So, like, we have nothing in common. I'm in high school. You a grown ass man. Anyway, so we're watching TV, and so he was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in my room and lay down and watch TV. You wanna come in the room with me? And I was like, no, I'm good. And he was like, I respect that. He's like, well, good night. Good night. So I go to sleep on the sofa. Aggressive is in his room. California and Wildin' Out is in the Love Nest. So wake up the next morning, and lo and behold, her dad Her dad shows up at stepmama's house and we're not there. My car is there. We're not there. So he's like, her pager is going off, going off, going off. So she comes out of the room and she's like, Angel, you got to get up. We got to get up. We got to go. And I was like, okay. And so, because far as I know, I'm still clear. Far as I know. Because my car is still there. And so, and I was like, what's going on? And so she was like, we got to go. We got to go. We got to go. You got everything? You got your... I was like, well, yeah, my bag's right here. Because I didn't change my clothes. I'm still in the same stuff that I had on. So, I'm chilling. Literally. As I said before, I'm quick with it. So if my mama would have said, girl, why you still got on your same clothes? Probably because I ain't feel comfortable. And that would end the conversation. That would, honestly. So she was like, we gotta go. We gotta hurry up and get out of here. And I was like, girl, what's going on? She was like, I'll tell you when we get in the car. So she grabbing her stuff. I got my stuff. I'm sitting there ready. So he was like, I'll see you later, baby. So they gave each other a gift. She was like, come on, let's go. So we get into the car, and so she hauling ass. And I was like, girl, what is going on? So she was like, girl, like, my dad showed up at my stepmother's house, and he said, like, you got 10 minutes to pull up in this driveway or else. And at this point, like, she... like most, I don't know how it goes in Caucasian's family, but I'm pretty sure in the brown, in the black as well as the brown people, my Latina sisters, Latino brothers, even with us, the oldest child watches the younger children. So basically, she was like the caregiver of her younger sisters. If she wasn't working, if she wasn't in school, you would have to watch your younger sisters while he go out and live his life, to be honest. So you're upset because you're at home being a father. You're upset that you're at home being a father. Hold on, y'all. Okay, welcome back. So you're upset that you're at home being a father, so you're making this huge deal because you want to go out. It's like, I let you be a kid for a day. Bring that back home. When she was supposed to be gone for the whole weekend, what she thought. So once we got there, like, you know, she's hustling, bustling, and of course, there's no way possible we're going to make it back in 10 minutes. But we hauling like we can. She driving like we can. And I was like, okay, girl, listen. Because you're not that good of a driver when it's regular. When it's regular, when you doing regular speed, when you doing speed limit, when you're not rushing, you're not that good of a driver. So no. Calm down, slow down, bring it down a notch. I was like, listen, there's no way possible we're gonna make it there in 10 minutes. There's no way possible. No way possible. I understand you're in a rush. I understand right now you don't want to be caught, but realistically, you're caught. So calm down. Calm down. Yeah, I know we need it. I said, there's no way we're going to make it there in 10 minutes. Let's just let things play out. Once we get there, let's just let things play out. We're still together. You're not by yourself. Your stepmom was saying, hey, hurry up. It's only so much I can cover. Like, let's say we went to Walmart or whatever. And I was like, is a Walmart here? Is it a Walmart here? Is it a Walmart somewhere? She was like, girl, no, it's no Walmart. We done passed, like, that opportunity is passed because we left out. Like, we just left out. She was like, there's no way we could, you know, we could pretend like we was at Walmart or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, so let's just stop by the store here. Let's just stop by the store here. Say we was at the store. We tried the store here and they didn't have it, so we came out to the country. Because we got to pass the country to get to the city, to get to our city. Leaving that city, leaving their city, we got to come into the country to get to the city. So, where her stepmother stayed. So, she was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. So, we stopped at the store, got a receipt, got a bag. You know what I'm saying? Got a bag where it looked like we stopped at the store and still couldn't find what we were looking for. They didn't have it. Which was why we weren't at the house anyway. We went to the inner city and we went to the country because the inner city didn't have it. So we stopped at the store, got like some snacks or whatever to make it look like, okay, we was walking around the store, decided to pick up some snacks, got back in the car, went to her stepmother's house, and her dad had already left. And he went home. He was like, just tell her to get there. Like, once she get here, just tell her to get home. And I was like, see, I'm pretty sure you probably gonna have more issues once you get there, but we had already covered all the bases or whatever. So once we got there, her stepmom's sister was there too. And she was like, girl, where y'all was at? Where y'all was at? And so she was like, girl, we was at the store. She was like, at the store? She was like, yeah, see, she's like, no, all night. Y'all wasn't here. We said y'all was here, but y'all wasn't here. Where y'all was at? So we just started laughing. She's like, oh, Lord. And at this point, she pregnant. She's like, girl, just don't come here with no babies. Don't come here with no babies. She was older, but she was pregnant. Just don't come here with no babies. Like, y'all have fun, live your life. Just don't come here with no babies. So I was like, well, I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go home and let me know what is what. So, of course, once she got home, because she lived farther than I did. So, once she got home, she called me and so she was like, girl, yeah, he mad. She was like, but as usual, he just want to go out. You were upset that your in-house personal babysitter wasn't there. And I was like, she was like, girl, I hate this. I'm so ready to move. I'm so ready to go. Like, I'm just tired of that. I just feel like I'm not living my own life, which she wasn't. And I was like, girl, it's all good. And I was like, you can't leave the house. And so I got my sisters. And I was like, that's fine. Bring your sisters over here. We'll just hang out here and we'll just have a good day. So you're not doing it by yourself. So my mom loved kids. So when her sisters came over there, like her, cause she has different stats. But for her dad, literally, she's the oldest, and then there was, so her sister was the third kid. So she's just what we gonna call her? Rosy Cheeks. Because she had the rosy cheeks. So Rosy Cheeks was always hungry. She could eat. Little thing, but could eat. Anyway, my mom loved kids. So one thing about a country mama, I can't speak for all of them. I can only speak for mine. They're going to feed you, honey. They are going to feed you. So my mama fell in love with Rosy Cheeks. And she's cooking dinner. And like when I told my mama, Wildin' Out was coming over. I was like, Wildin' Out coming over. Like, she's having a bad day. She's a little stressed out. And I was like, but she's bringing her sisters. And my mom was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because, again, we have been friends since 6th grade. 5th grade. 5th grade. 6th grade. 6th grade. We've been friends since the 6th grade. It might have been 5th. 6th grade. We're going to say 6th. 6th grade, I know for sure we were friends. So 6th grade. We're going to say the 6th grade. So we have been friends since 6th grade. So at this time, we are juniors. So my mama knows, like, you know, she knows her. Like, we've been back and forth to each other's houses. Now, I never spent the night at her dad's house. When I spent the night, she was living with her grandparents. And that's when she was younger. But as she got older, then she moved in with her dad. Okay. So, she brought her sisters over. We're having a good day. Of course, her dad pages her. She calls back, and so she was like, I gotta go. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. And I was like, but anytime like you need a break, like call me, let me know. And it's like, we'll, I'll help you. Like, we'll watch them together. But he wanted her to stay in the house, because that way, like, nobody really knows, like, you always have your sisters. Nobody really knows that you're, like, acting mother of your sisters. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, so she had to go home. So, it had been, I know, at least a good 2 to 3 weeks before she could, like, break away and be able to go back to California's house. So she was like, okay, I'm planning for the weekend. I need you to ride with me. I was like, okay. So told my mama that I was spending the night with her, which means we're spending the night at her stepmother's house, which we're not. Okay, so a little bit of the backstory. Remember when I told y'all, like, we showed up and California had all these people at the house, and when he had all these people at the house, the Pharrell was there, and it not the actual Pharrell, but dude who looked like Pharrell. Trust me, I got to do that for some people. Pharrell was there, and he was like, let's have a conversation. So we had a conversation, and he was cool, and I was vibing with Pharrell. So I was like, I wonder if Pharrell was going to be there, to the point where I knew what Pharrell drived and everything. Right? Because I wasn't feeling aggressive. All right. So I was like, so she was like, we going back, to California's house for the weekend. She was like, I haven't seen him in a while. He missed me. We need to go back over there. Like, we've been talking or whatever, but he missed me. And so I was like, all right. So, of course, came up with the same plan. Staying at stepmother's house. Stepmother was cool with it. She was like, y'all just be careful. So she was like, y'all going for the whole weekend, or y'all going like just for one night? And so she was like, well, we gonna go for the whole weekend. And so she was like, Angel, you coming? I was like, well, I told her I'm coming to stay with her. So my mama really didn't, like, they trust me. You know what I'm saying? So when I did stuff, even when I went out and I was doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, still there was still like I did things with caution. Like, if it didn't make sense, if it's something I didn't want to do, I wasn't going to do it. If that makes sense. Anyway. So we got the plan together, leaving her stepmama's house, parked my car there, leaving my car there, and we headed on. Now, if I know some of y'all may be saying, now, if your mama stole your car, because as I stated before in other story times, we had a small town, everybody knew my car, everybody knew everybody, so to speak. So people knew my car. So I know y'all like, if your mama stole your car at her stepmama house, it's her stepmama house. It's her stepmama house. So instead of staying at her daddy house, we stayed at her stepmama house. I was still spending the night with her. Either way, I'm covered. Anyway, so we got in her car. I parked my car, got in her car. We're headed to California after school. She's excited because she hasn't seen him for a while. Like I said, this was her man in her eyes. But to me, like, I'm skeptical anyway, because like I said, we butt heads. But I'm like, this is a grown man. This is a grown man. You're not going to tell me there's nobody else. There's nobody else. You're not going to tell me that. And to me, he comes off as a bit controlling. So I'm like, I'm the type of friend, it's like, I'm just like, if my best friend likes somebody that I don't like, because that has happened. If it's somebody that, I'm aware of, and if it's somebody that I don't like I don't like his vibe or whatever, and I'll be like, you can't choose nobody else because I don't like his vibe, and I can tell you why I don't like his vibe, but it's like, but I'll support you. Because that's your choice. Like, that's your choice. That's your choice. Anyway, so we're in the car and we're riding. We're headed to California. And so she was like, so are you going to give Aggressive a chance? Because, like, Aggressive is going to be there. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to sleep on the couch like I did before. What's the problem? And so she was like, why? Like, I mean, why not? Like, why not give one of them a chance? Like, girl, they got money. Girl, they experience. Girl, I got my own money, which I did. Like, I was working. I was a student athlete and working. I got my own money. She was like, girl, I'm just saying. She was like, I just want you to live. I am living. I am living. And that's the thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, I can create my own boundaries in my own be in my own little world and be content. I can be content in my house eating snacks, rubbing my feet together. And I'm living and I'm fine. I don't feel like I have to hit every club. I don't feel like I have to hit every vacation spot that people feel or deem that's popular. Take pictures to say, oh, I did this. I don't feel like I need the most recent phone. I don't feel like I need a Apple iPhone. I hate those phones. They playing, y'all, to be honest. But I digress. That doesn't constitute living. That doesn't constitute peace. And I learned that at an early age. So it's like I can hang out with you and I can love you and make sure that you're safe because this is something that you want to do and I'm supporting you. But that don't mean I have to cross my boundaries just because you think I should. That's crazy. So anyway, so we're on our way there. So she was like, okay, well, I mean, it was just a thought. I should have paid attention to that because you haven't mentioned that before. How many times that we have been going out and hanging out with them even before Aggressive got there? You haven't mentioned anything before, like hanging out with any dude, because you knew I was after that situation previous. I wasn't in the place of taking one for the team. Like, if I decided to talk to somebody, then I would. But hold up, shorty. Why are we bringing this up now? Anyway, we get there, and of course, there's not a lot of people there, but there's people there. It's not as much as it was before. But it's a bunch of dudes that do a certain job, so they all hang together. Well, lo and behold, again, I told y'all I knew Pharrell's car, so I was like, "Ooh, Pharrell's here," and we had a good conversation. So I was excited to see him. So when I walked through the door, like, Pharrell is there, Aggressive is there, California is there, and then it was like two other people that I didn't know. They were new. And so I put my stuff down on the side of the couch. Like, the couch was like facing, like when you walk in the door this way, the couch was facing this way, basically. So when you walk in the door, you walking in front of the couch like that. So I put my stuff on the side of the couch over here. So I was like, I put my stuff, put my little bag over here, and I sat down so I can watch TV. After when we walked in, I spoke to everybody. I was like, hey, how you doing? And I sat down, literally. So Pharrell came and stayed by me. And so Pharrell was like, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, where you been? And I was like, oh, we just been chilling, school, work, the usual. And so we had a little conversation or whatever. And so California was like, Pharrell, come here, let me holler at you for a minute. So Pharrell was like, oh, okay. So he was like, I'll be back. Like, how people kind of like hit you like that? Well, he kind of tapped my leg like that. He was like, I'll be back. Okay. So the whole time, like, I'm not even paying attention, but I noticed, like, cattle corner, Aggressive is sitting in a chair like this, and he's staring. And I was like, okay. So I turned my attention towards the TV, because it's like, bro, what the? And I'm the type of person also, you don't say nothing, I'm going to give you a look, and then I'm going to mind my business, because you could be going through something. I don't know what else you got going on in your mind. That ain't even my business, because in our reality, I don't care. I don't. So I turned my attention towards the TV. So the dudes was like, oh, all right, Aggressive, we'll holler at y'all later. And he was like, yeah, all right, holler at y'all. So the two dudes that I didn't know, they left. So Wild Out comes out, and so she was like, girl, what you want to eat? You ready to eat? Because I'm hungry. What you want to eat? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, whatever y'all do, like, I'll figure something out. Because Maybe I'm a picky eater, semi-picky eater, but I'll figure it out. But I mean, like, I'm not choosy. Like, if you plan to go to a certain place, I'll figure something out for me. Like, you don't have to pick a place around me and be like, oh, she doesn't eat this, so we need to go here. No, you pick a place, pick the place you want to go, and then I'll figure something out for me. It's really not that hard. So I was like, well, wherever y'all go, I'll figure something out for me. So California and Pharrell come out of his room, and they like stand, because like it's like the living room, and then when you walk through the living room, it's a little section, and that's the kitchen. So they're standing like in this little area, like right here. Pharrell is standing right here, California's right here, and Aggressive is still sitting in the chair, cat corner. And so California was like, okay, sis, you got to make a decision. What you talking about? He was like, because I can't have my homeboys beefing. I can't have my homeboys beefing about you. What? What are you talking about? He was like, because like you playing them. I said, whoa. How can I said I'm not playing anybody because I'm not dating anybody? What are you talking about? He was like, well, when Pharrell's here, you be excited about Pharrell. I said, me and Pharrell have good conversation. He was like, right, but Aggressive is here. So? So, like, I said, he wasn't even supposed to be here. The last time we was here, surprise, he's here. I was supposed to be here by myself. I was supposed to be the one in that room. I knew the dude before him. I knew homeboy. Me and homeboy was chill. It was nothing going on between me and homeboy. Now all of a sudden it's an issue where you feel like I need to date. I need to be involved. Why? I'm just saying, like, you too pretty to not have a man. Y'all, like, real talk, I'm chilling. Like, there's no decision. I don't even know why any of y'all would be beefing. So this whole time, like, Pharrell is not even giving me eye contact. He kind of got his head down like this, which to me, hindsight looking back, this wasn't even part of your plan. You weren't even that type of person. Like, the conversation that I had with you, like, we're literally seriously just sitting there having good conversation. So I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of waiting for you to say something. But if you're not saying nothing to me, that means you're not interested and you're not on that type of time and you want to keep it where it is. That's what I think. So your head is down, but Aggressive is staring. So to me, I think this is your plotting and planning type situation, because you want me and I don't want you. I didn't want to come in the room with you the last time I was here. I had no intentions of coming in the room with you this time. I'm sleeping on the couch, which is what I told her. So he was like, I'm just saying, like, you just got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. So I was like, make a choice. He was like, so Aggressive was like, hold up. Anyway, let's end this right now. It's either him or me. So Wildin' Out is beside me and she's like, what the hell? And I was like, yeah, this is crazy. This is really crazy. And I was like, so he was like, yeah, because like if you choose Pharrell, you can't stay here. So you're telling me I have to leave my sister? That's what you're telling me? I have to leave my sister. So my sister said she's not going anywhere. California chimes in and said nobody's talking to you. So I cut her look because, again, I have told her, like, bruh is aggressive. He's kind of controlling. Yeah, he may be sweet to you in certain times for certain things. I don't know what you see in him. I'm not you, but I get a vibe. Like, I catch a vibe. Like I said before, like, we bump heads in the beginning, but we end up being cool, cordial, respectable. He was like, oh, I'm just saying, like, you can't stay here. You can't stay here if you choose Pharrell, you got to go stay at Pharrell's room. What do I look like going to some person's house that I don't know. Yeah, he's cool, but what do I look like? I literally ain't supposed to be here. What the do I look like? And the only reason I'm here is because I'm with my sister. I'm with my best friend. I'm with Wilding Out. Y'all, so bad, so bad, so bad. I wanted to say for real, so bad. But I don't know where the hell you taking me. I haven't been around you. Like, it would have been different if, like, I had been around you and you would have said, "Hey, let's go hang out. Let's go up the street." Even that, like, that would have been crazy. This is my second interaction with this man. So I was like, aggressive. So for real, again, he had his head down and he was playing with his fingers, remember? So he stopped playing with his fingers once I said aggressive. He grabbed his keys and he walked to the door. And when he walked to the door, he turned around and looked back at me and he said, "It was very nice meeting you, Angel." And I was like, "Nice meeting you too." And he left. So when he walked out, California was like, I knew you wanted my boy aggressive. I knew you wanted my boy. And I said, "I don't want him." And they both cut me a look. And I was like, "I don't want him." I was like, "I only said him because my sister is here." Aggressive said, "Don't you worry about it. I'm going to change your mind." So I cut her a look and I was like, "We're here for the whole weekend?" And so she was like, "Yep, the whole weekend." So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching TV. And so it's like, okay, yeah, again, I'm not going to take a shower because, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm sitting there watching TV and they can tell, like, it's like I'm quiet and you can tell, like, the look on my face that I'm not happy. Literally not happy. So California tells well now he was like, "Man, hey, come on, let's go in this room, let's go chill out." And so she was like, "We need to go get food." And so he was like, "Y'all ain't eat before y'all got here?" She was like, "No. You said you was gonna get us food." He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I could take y'all to McDonald's or something." So we get in the car, we go to McDonald's, we get our food, we come back. I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm saying, "Girl, call your mama." Call your mama. Just deal with it. Call your mama. But I knew if I called my mama, that was going to ruin her whole little chances. The little bit of chances that she did of have going out. I know. I know. I know. So I'm sitting on the sofa, laying on the sofa, watching TV. And Aggressive comes in. And he's like, "Hey, come in the room with me." "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." He was like, "Why you don't want to come in the room?" He was like, "Listen, like, I just think we got off to a wrong start." He was like, "Just come in the room with me. We just going to sit here and talk. Like, we just going to sit here and talk." "Yeah, I'm good." "No, I promise." Like, I was like, "We can talk right here if you want to talk." "Yeah, but like in my room, like the TV, it has more channels and stuff." He was like, "Just come." He was like, "I promise you, like, you making it seem like I'm just such this bad guy. Like, I'm just horrible." I said, "I'm not saying you're a bad guy." And I was like, "But you giving off some weird vibes. You're giving off weird vibes right now. Well, at least just give me a chance. Just give me a chance." "Give you a chance for what? For what? For what?" So, oh boy, he was like, "I'm just saying." He was like, "It ain't." He was like, "I promise, I'm not gonna do anything to you. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just come give me a chance." He was like, "And mind you, like, I got this movie. Like, I've never watched the movie. Just come watch the movie with me." "Is it a horror movie?" "No, it's not a horror movie. It's action." "All right, I like action." "All right, all right. What would be the harm, Angel, of you sitting on the bed watching TV?" I know. So went in, sat on the bed. You did have a movie. You popped in the movie. Don't remember the name of the movie. Not even gonna lie. You know how you have like all those movies and you be like, oh, I ain't know he was in this movie, and it be like an actor who's famous, but during that time you be like, I ain't even never know this movie existed. Yeah, that type of movie. Can't tell you the name of the movie. It's like movies on, like nowadays, to make it clear, it's like movies that's on Tubi, and you see people that you've seen in like big time screen stuff, and you be like, yo, I didn't know he was over here, like that. Low budget movie, but good movie. Yeah. So anyway, so we watched the movie, and literally, like, we watching the movie, we laughing, we talking. It's cool, it's the vibe. And he was like, I'm just saying, he was like, okay, I was like, the movie's over, I'm gonna go back to the stove. And he was like, man, come on, dog, like, come on, for real. Like, you can lay right here. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna do anything you don't want to happen. Like, come on, man. And I was like, he was like, you don't deserve to sleep on the sofa. You don't deserve to sleep on the sofa. He was like, man, come on, this bed is big enough for both of us. I ain't gonna touch you, like, for real. Like, for real. He was like, and you got on clothes. You fully clothed. Which I was. And so I was like, nah, I'm good. He was like, nah, for real. Come on, man. Like, for real. So he was like, and then he was like, I got another movie. I got another movie. So he popped in another movie. And so I was like, well, all right. And so I laid down. But I'm not under the cover. I laid down, started watching the movie. Well, lo and behold, I fell asleep. I fell asleep. So I'm awakened by this dude kissing on my neck. What are we doing, sir? And so you roll me over, like, cause I'm sleeping like on my side. You roll me over, and he was like, girl, come on, I know you want this. You are completely naked. Nope, I don't. Nope, I don't. I don't. Mind you, remember, y'all, I told y'all this dude is like 6'1", 6'2", huge as hell, like buff, muscular. Uh, nope, I don't. I don't. I don't. Are you a virgin? Yep. Oh, just let me be your first. Nope. Like, I am fighting for my, like, when I tell y'all, like, I'm fighting for my life, uncomfortable, I'm talking to this dude, like, my whole body is shaking. Shaking. I was like, sir, I'm going to just go to the sofa. He was like, all right, well, like, I'm going to let you, I'm going to back off. I'm going to back off. But, just stay here. This dude, y'all, if you have watched the story time of the death of Angel Riggins, you will know what I'm about to say, like this next part, how traumatizing it was for me. That dude took his leg and wrapped it around my leg so I wouldn't move. So I'm beating myself up. Like, girl, why? Why did you come in here? Why? Why did you come in here? You are completely naked. I am fully clothed. Y'all, I had never prayed so hard and waiting for the sun to come up so bad so I can get from out of there. So he literally, let me back up. So even when he tried to, like, my body, like, literally is shaking, and he was like, you don't want to? Like, you sure you don't want to? And I was like, no, I'm good. I promise you, like, I'm good. Good. So he was like, you don't think I'll be able to insert you? And I was like, no, I'm good. When he was like, let me get up. I don't know why I didn't get up when he got up, but he left out to go get Vaseline. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. So the last thing was the leg crossing over. So with the leg crossing over, waiting for the sun finally came up. That seemed like it took all eternity. And I walk out of the room. So California was like, yeah, I knew my boy was gonna finesse. I don't know who told you that. And I was like, there was no finessing. He was like, nah, man, calm down. None of that. It didn't even go down like that. So he was like, I gotta run some errands because remember, y'all, we're there for the whole weekend. He was like, you want to roll with me? I was like, nah. He was like, yeah, you can roll me. Just go take a shower, go get dressed. I hope you got something cute. Now, mind you, when I packed my clothes, I did pack cute stuff because according to Wildin' Out, like, we're going out shopping, we're going to the mall, we're going to dinner. Like, so I need to dress accordingly for those atmospheres, not that I'm gonna be with some dude hanging out. Yeah, come on, come hang out with me. Give these people time by themselves. Like, come on, you like, come hang out with me. So I go into the shower and I go to the bathroom, turn on the shower, and I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm not in my car. I don't have a way home. I don't want to leave her by herself, and I don't want to go with him. So I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I ain't never want her dad to call so bad. Like, it was crazy. So I get dressed and I'm put on my outfit. And so he was like, let me see your outfit. So he saw my outfit because he had knocked on the door to check because I was taking too long. So he was like, let me see your outfit. So you saw my outfit. You approved of the outfit because it was like a shirt. And during this time, like, we have, like, now y'all have like crop tops, but our crop tops, like, it was more like a V cut. So you can see the navel. But like the shirt still covered like this part. So it was more like button, and it was like a V cut so you can see the navel. Well, anyway, it was like this blue marble. It was blue, gray, dark blue. And it was like a marble print. But it was a shirt that had like the V cut where you could see the stomach. And then it was like a skirt. And then I had on my sandals. And at this time, my hair was relaxed. So I had to relax in my hair. So I had to curl my hair. My hair was long, but I still had to curl it, you know, to look halfway decent. And so he came. He was like, okay, yeah, your outfit cute. So do something with your hair and then we could go. So I was curling my hair. And so she came, she came in the bathroom and she went to sit on the toilet and she was like this. So I could tell like you had intercourse, but it's like at this point, if it's that painful, is that even enjoyable? So I was like, what's wrong with you? And she was like, girl, he's just, I can't say that on YouTube. It's uncomfortable. I can't say what I really want to say on YouTube. It's just too, is what she said. And I was like, now, mind you, as I told y'all before, like, I'm a little nerd, so to speak. And I was like, truth be told, girl, women can handle any size, to be honest. And I was like, as long as we're relaxed. I was like, if you're tense, it's a no. But as long as you're relaxed, you should be able to, if you're into it. I keep telling men, women are mental. So if you're not caressing and finessing this to make this respond, which is why for some women, foreplay is more important. You know, you got to let the oil run through the engine before you drive off. Anyway, so I was like, you are more in pain than it seems like enjoyment. She was like, so where y'all going? And I was like, I don't know. And so she was like, why you got an attitude? And I said, because I don't want to do this and I don't want to be here. And so she was like, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, I get it. You're doing this. I was like, I'm doing this for you and I don't want you here by yourself. And so she was like, yeah, I get it. And I was like, are you even enjoying yourself? And so she was like, not really. Girl, why are we here? And I was like, can we leave? And so she was like, well, I'm going to come up with something. So she was like, I'm going to come up with something. By the time you come back, like, just have your stuff together. I'm going to come up with something. I was like, all right, cool. So me and her are talking. So here he comes again. He was like, you're not ready yet? So I gave her a look. She was like, I know. I didn't care how my hair looked at this time. It was like, I think I had like 1 or 2 curls in it. At this point, I don't give up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this to be over. You've already given me the signal that we not staying, so let's get up out of there. Let's blow this popsicle stand, honey. So we leave. Well, yeah, I get in the car with him, and you have like you don't even have like a updated decent car. I don't care about it being foreign or it being expensive. Just shows like you care about yourself. Something reliable. Like, I'm getting in this car and I'm like, I'm looking at California's car and then I'm looking at yours. So get in the car and your daughter is hanging on the rearview mirror, like it's like a necklace is hanging from the rearview mirror, and there's a picture of your daughter. And I was like, oh, she's beautiful. And he was like, thank you. And so he was like, we're going to my friend's house so I can introduce you. So we walk into these complete strangers' house to me, and it's a couple. And so I walk in and I'm sitting down, like, and I have like, my legs crossed or whatever. And I'm sitting there on the sofa. And so the girl was like, you want something to drink? And I was like, no, thank you. And so he had introduced them. And so I couldn't even tell you those people's names to save my life, to be totally honest. And so he introduced them, and I'm like, so the dude kind of sat up on the sofa, and he was like, bro, what you doing? He was like, what? So I could tell, like, you were talking about me. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, for real. What you doing? Because you can tell, like, I'm a kid. Like, you can tell I'm young. I'm already short, but you can tell I'm young. You can look at me and tell I'm young. Yes, I have a huge butt. Yes, I have breasts. But you can look at me and tell, which is why it's like, when dudes be like, oh, I ain't know she was that age. You can look. It's a look. It's a look. Anyway, so the girl was like, you okay? Like, everything okay? And I was like, yeah. So he was like, why are you asking her that? And so she was like, I'm just having a conversation. So he's sitting in his chair talking to the dude, and dude is standing there talking like they have their little conversation or whatever. And so my pager goes off, and I was like, oh, can I use your phone? And so he was like, that's rude. And I was like, wilding out is paging me. And so he was like, oh, okay. And so she was like, oh yeah, sure. And I was like, it's long distance though. And so she was like, no. So I was like, it's long. And I was like, no, we're good. Because of course I'm pretty sure nobody else will be paging me from a number that I don't know. It had to be wilding out. So I called back, and so she was like, girl, we gotta go. And so she had already put her plan into play, and I was like, Wilding Out says we have to leave. I was like, so you need to take me back. And so he was like, oh, okay. So he walked outside, and so as he was getting ready to walk out the door, the dude was like, let me holler at you right quick, his friend. And he was like, I just want to have a personal conversation with him right quick. And I was like, yeah, you good. So I'm standing in the kitchen by the phone, because like it's an apartment. So when you walk in, living room, kitchen. And I'm standing in the kitchen, like I'm waiting for them to finish that conversation. And so the girl comes over, and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to go home. And she was like, okay. She was like, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Because she was like, I said, it's weird. Yes, it's weird. I said, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. She was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, but I'm getting ready to go home. She was like, okay. So the dude walks back in, and he was like, well, it was nice meeting you. I was like, nice meeting you guys too. And I looked at her, I was like, thank you for letting me use your phone. And I walked out and got in the car. And so on the way back, Aggressive was like, what did she ask you? Did she ask you anything? And I was like, nah, we was just waiting for y'all to finish our conversation. And he was like, my homeboy was like, she looked young. He was like, yeah, I told him that she was like 20. He was like, what's going on? Like, why we had to leave? And I was like, Wildin' Out said we needed to go. He was like, man, y'all got to figure that out. Like, y'all need to come up with something different if you're gonna be coming to visit and stuff. Get to the house, like, she already got she was like, girl, your bag's in the car. You leave anything in the bathroom or anything? And I was like, girl, no, let me double check those. So I'm double checking to make sure, because my plans, I'm never coming back ever. Even if you decide to come see him, you're on your own. You're on your own. So literally, like, I'm double checking everything. I was like, nope, we good. We out of here. So, but before I get to the door, California was like, I knew it. I knew you wanted my boy. And I'm like, what you talking about? Because once we walked in, Aggressive went and hollered at California. So California came. He was coming out of the room, and he was like, I knew you wanted my boy. My boy told me about last night, and he was too for you, and you was shaking and stuff, and like you couldn't handle it. I caught him a look like, bro, what? He was like, you know. I was like, y'all are sick. I was like, California, it was nice meeting you. I will never be back here. Got in the car. We driving. So she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I was like, girl, listen. Let's just go. Let's just go home. We stopped and got some food. We went, got my car, went to my house, chilled out. She went home. And that is the story time of him or me. Ladies, follow your gut. Follow your gut. Little kids, little teenagers, follow your gut. I don't care if your homegirl is there and you don't want to leave your homegirl. Literally tell your homegirl, listen, I don't want to leave you, but something don't feel right, and I'm about to head on out. I'm about to call my mom. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm just going to deal with the BS. I may not be able to come out for a couple of months. I might be on punishment, but follow your gut. Follow your gut. In all actuality, I should have chose Pharrell. I should have went. Pharrell was cool. I really don't know if Pharrell would have did anything else different. Like, I don't know, but I didn't like being put in the situation. Like, it was, yeah. Anyway, I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.